Welcome to Subramani. One question which bugs many people, or many people ask me, is how do we decide to retire, right? I think this is a question for which most of us have the answer somewhere inside our heart, but we want to hear it from somebody else. So, here it is for you. So, largely, people are afraid of retirement because of two, three reasons. One is healthcare inflation. People have no clue how much a healthcare cost can change their plans. Like, suppose I had done all calculations and told you you require about 2 crores for retirement and you need about 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs, let's say 5 lakhs of medical insurance. Sorry, and you had not taken any top up or super top up, chances are you would have had 5 lakhs or 7.5 lakhs of insurance, and you were hit by COVID and you spent say 35 lakhs on the COVID pandemic treating yourself. Now, what has happened is the 2 crore amount which you had kept for retirement is down to 1.65 just 1 month before you retired, or just as soon as you retired. That is even worse, right? So that is very scary. So first of all, that is very scary. Second, most Indian men, I would say almost all Indian men, have no activity other than work, right? Their social life depends on work. They have to go to office at 9 o'clock or whatever time they leave. They have to have their coffee. They have to discuss what is happening in the life of Lalit Modi. What is all those things have to be discussed, and that can happen only in the office, which is a social place. And they have to at least pretend that they are working long enough that the company pays the salary on the due date. This is true at a higher level, lower level, whatever. That's a social need for going to office has not gone away in spite of all the COVID and all that. People are going to office now. It started, so their life depends on going to office. They identify themselves by going to the office, right? Then they are not, again, they talk to me or they talk to people like me who say, market returns are not guaranteed. I don't know whether it will get to 7%, 12%, 8%, 15%, 42%. I have no clue. This is what has happened in the past. And also, please remember that the past is not an indicator of the future. How does a person make up his mind or her mind on retirement when you don't know how long you will live, you do not know what will be the healthcare inflation, you do not know whether your children are sufficiently well settled that they don't need the money that you have, so which means you can spend all that you have, and what returns you will get, what returns you will get in debt fund, that your debt fund will not get stuck for a very long period, and which you without getting you any access. This has happened in the past, right? So with all these risks, people don't know when to retire. So my logic is very simple. Start monitoring your expenses, start writing down, putting it in Excel, whatever. Start writing down your expenses, because that is the best way you will know how much you will spend in retirement instead of just guessing. So you know that okay, I am going to spend 40,000 rupees a month on my lifestyle, and I will spend about 2 lakhs a year on festives and vacations, etc. So 40,000 into 12 plus 2 lakhs, that is 4 lakh 80 plus 2 lakh 6 lakh 80, approximately 7 lakhs is my annual expenses, right? So you know that figure now. Then find out whether you have 2 crore 10 lakhs, which is my figure, which has been taken from various sources. Many people put that figure of 30 times of annual expenses, so 30 times into 7 is 2.10. Now you want to be very conservative and make sure that you're 4.20. Fine, you want 60 times, that's great. So you already have 4.20. Let us say you have something like 8 9 crores. What is your problem now? I don't think there is a financial problem. Largely it is not having a hobby which is a problem. People don't know what to do. People, so once you have a grasp on what you are going to spend, uh, develop a retirement strategy drawdown, saying I will withdraw from bucket number one, bucket number two, bucket number three. This is what will happen. Do some scenario building and see where will you be 3 years, 5 years, 7 years later, right? So learn what is the bucket strategy. I've done enough videos, so I'm not talking about it. I'm going to just say bucket number one, bucket number two, and bucket number three. Please go and find out. You have enough answers available on Google. My own videos on bucket strategy is already there. So plan how to withdraw, how much to withdraw, what will be your retirement paycheck, from where will it come. I've done one video on that also. uh, and very important, sit and talk to your spouse and see how much what you're going to do in retirement. It is easy to retire and say, oh, I need to retire, I am very bored of doing my work. That's all fantastic. After 3 days you will wonder why did you retire, right? So find out what activities you're going to do, what hobbies, whatever you be the hobby that you choose. Maybe you want to go to the temple, maybe you want to go hiking, maybe you want to go trekking, maybe you want to travel, whatever you want to do. Find out groups, start going out, right? Start doing all those things. Take time off and do it before you retire. Only when you do all those things will you have the confidence to retire, and at some stage you have to retire. I like to keep telling people this: the best uh, parachute diver has been the one who has stood there wondering whether to go, and his coach gave him a kick on the butt instead of pat on the back, and he made his first jump. He enjoyed it, it was thrilling, and then he started making more and more jumps, or she started making more and more jumps, and got better and better at it. So the first thing which is needed is perhaps a kick in the butt for you to be able to make that decision of jumping off the plane, or here in this case jumping off the work treadmill, and try to create your own path. So just go ahead, do it, find out how much you need. Just summarizing, find out how much you need. That can happen only by tracking your expenses. Find out how much you have, draw the buckets of retirement, see how you will actually withdraw. And you can do all this when you're 57, 58, so that you don't have to work till 68, 58 or 59. If you're confident about what you're doing, you will be able to quit. But at 60 anyway, it will be compulsory, and the date will tell you that today is 20th of July. It's your birthday, so happy birthday, and you have to retire on 31st of July. That's what corporate India will tell you. You have to be prepared as to how you want to handle this.